Whether you've been playing chess for 2 or 3 years, just started chess tournaments, or are an avid tournament player, this video is specifically created for you. Before we start this video, it's important to understand why me. Why did I choose to create this video? In the past 4 months, I have grown over 80 points of FIDE ELO through consistent tournaments, which my fellow colleague chess content creators can either not say about themselves because they're inconsistent or they haven't grown in the past months. Which leaves me here with the delight to share you tips and tricks that have helped me consistently in the past 4 months. Let's kick things off with the first 7 tips of this video: how to prepare against your opponents. There is something called chess pairings released at least 1 hour before every single round, and if you have a round that's the next day, you'll have several hours to prepare against your opponent. So what to do? My advice is to learn everything possible on your opponent, the person and the chess player. The person, let's start with the person. I want you to be a literal investigator. You are gonna find out everything about this person. Do they live alone? Do they live with a person? Do they have a cat? Do they have a dog? Do they take risk in life? Do they go on their motorbike in the weekend? Former chess professional and wonder kid Josh Waitzkin talks about this a lot in his book, The Art of Learning. He observes the minute differences, the minute things that his opponents do, even up to how they pick up a bagel, how they talk, how they non-verbally do things. This will let you know how they are, how they move, what they're like, what their personality is like, and most likely this will transpose onto the board. Second, you're gonna prepare against the chess player. You're gonna look at all the games possible. With white, with black, it doesn't matter. You're gonna look through the games they won, the games they lost, the games they played up, the games they played down. So if you're going to be black against them and they're going to be playing down against you, you're going to look at those games. And then you're going to look at what specific mistakes do they make in their games. You're going to literally be their chess coach, investigating what their weaknesses are, so that in the game itself, you can actually just see what mistakes they're playing, because most likely they have the same repeated mistakes. If you want a full video, because I could talk about this for hours, if you want a full video on how to prepare your opponent and how I do it step by step precisely, like this video and comment that you want that video stat on your doorstep tomorrow morning. How to beat lower rated opponents. A lot of my growth in the past 4 months is attributed to consistently beating and drawing lower rated players. In fact, I'm scoring currently 11 out of 12 with 0 losses in the past 4 months when playing down. This is an extremely good score, and the first time in my life I've been actually able to consistently beat lower rated players. The secret to my success is that I prepare a surprise against pretty much every single player I'm playing down against, so they're out of theory by move 5. By move 5, they got to be out of book, and not within the grandmaster preparation they have from the course they bought or the coach that gave them a file and they're pretending to be a grandmaster in front of you with pre-prepared moves, right? You don't want that. This is example number 1 of how I outplayed someone who was rated 50 or 60 points lower than me with the black pieces. So he goes for pawn to e4, and he's expecting pawn to e5 because that's all he knows about me. You need to know what your opponents know about you before entering the playing hall. This comes from the philosophy of know thyself by Socrates, the philosopher. So he's expecting e5. I know this, and I play pawn to e6. A total mind bend to any opponent, not just him. But he's playing up. So in his mind, he's lost against a higher rated player. The stress and pressure piles up within him. So he plays what he knows, d4, d5, and so I'm playing a French defense for the first time in my life here. I play c5, he plays c3, all of this is known, he plays knight f3, and now I play bishop d7, which makes him even more clueless, because the main line is queen b6, and he probably mostly knows until queen b6. This is an alternative line that's really good and gaining a lot of traction recently, but it's not as known for a lesser experienced player against the French defense advance. So bishop d7, and now he's taking 1 or 2 or 3 more minutes off his clock, clearly showing me that he's out of book and he's a bit confused. So he goes with bishop e2, And now I play another move. F6 gets him completely out of book. Now, to be honest, I had forgotten my own preparation. I think I had something else here. But pawn to F6 clearly psychologically destroyed him because he was completely out of book. And just on move 7, I have created bishop F4 on the board, which is his first mistake. And right away, I have equalized as the black pieces in 7 moves, and he's out of book. Check, 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 check. Perfect against a lower rated opponent. And then I go queen b6 attacking this, which is the clear flaw of leaving c1 with the bishop. It's off of this b2 pawn. I'm attacking b2, and after b3 is created, which is the mistake, now I'm already better after 8 moves, a huge achievement for the black pieces. I can do takes, takes, and now bishop b4. And if he blocks with any piece here, bishop or knight, I can take this pawn. So he's forced to play king f1. And right there, after 10 moves, I have outplayed the white pieces. If you want a dedicated video to how I beat those 9 other lower rated opponents, like the video and comment, I want that video on my doorstep tomorrow. I'm gonna create it for you. Number 3, how to train at home. So this one is tough. Everyone is busy. Either you have school or you're in university, you have school too, I guess, or you have a profession, you have a 9-to-5 job, and your time is slim. We all have a lack of time, but it is important to dedicate yourself. Consistently is the number 1, and then in depth, so with time, is the number 2 most important thing. So try to train at least, minimum, try to touch a physical chessboard 30 minutes a day, every single day. I think everyone watching this can muster that up. And you want to train by yourself or with a friend at a physical board. So this is literally what I do. Here is my chessboard. I literally go here when I'm not filming a video. I literally take my book. Right now I'm working on this one, but you can pick any book that is instructive and it will work for you. All work is good work. That is the quote by Yasser Seirawan. We'll touch on that later. So I take my book, there's an exercise here. I place the exercise, the position is placed, and now I just plump myself here and I solve it. I write it on a notebook like this, and then I correct myself. Minimum 30 minutes a day if you want to be a strong classical player. Your mindset entering and exiting chess tournaments. Your mindset when entering a chess tournament needs to be rock solid. First of all, what helped me so much is to be emotionless. Do not have emotion towards a win, towards a loss, towards a draw. Even if it's a great result, even if it's the worst result of your life, even if you blundered everything, only be emotional at the end of the tournament. When fans come up to me, which happens pretty much every tournament now, and say, how is your tournament going? I say, ask me at the end of the tournament, please. And it's worked out so well. I've told many of my fans it's going very well, and then the end of the tournament is terrible, and then I have a terrible tournament. So what I'm saying is go game by game. If you lose the first 3, that's okay. You need to erase them from your mind as soon as possible and do what Roger Federer says. Treat it as a point. In tennis, Roger Federer only won like 52% of his points. Why was he able to win all those Grand Slams? Because he moved on from a bad point so easily. His mindset shifted to the next point and the next point and the next point. He could forget the most terrible point of his life and move on to make the greatest point of his life on the very next set.
When you're playing a point, it has to be the most important thing in the world, and it is. But when it's behind you, it's behind you.
Being emotionless will help you not be arrogant, overconfident, cocky when you're doing well, which are terrible symptoms in a chess player. When they're over the board and they're overconfident, they miss everything. They play too fast, they play too energetic, and they miss simple tactics and blunder completely. It will also help you be less depressed when you lose. A few tournaments ago in the Washington International, of which recaps are on YouTube, I had a very tough time. After the first day and a half, I had 0.5 out of 3 and losing like 7, 8 FIDE rating points. I could have been sad in my puddle and crying, but I didn't. I just moved on to the next point, and sure enough, I beat a FIDE master in the very next round. Taking it step by step helped me 2 rounds later to beat a strong 2100 and then an international master in round 7 and 8. And finally, top off the tournament with a draw against a very strong 2250 and overall gaining me 40 points on the month. Your global mindset for chess should be urgency in the short term and patience in the long term. You have your whole life to be strong at chess. What you should value is the effort you put in each game and not the result specifically, but the actual effort you put in. That will make you a happy player and in a happy mind. Does that make sense? You cannot afford to wrap your entire identity around one game. If you lose a game, you cannot say to yourself, I am bad at chess. You cannot say that to yourself. Instead, you have to approach a loss with, how did I lose? What was the mistake that I committed? How could I have done better for the next time against the same opponent? This is why it's important to analyze your games and find the mistakes in them. Remember, all work is good work. This is something that Yasser Seirawan, former number 2 in the world, told me personally. All work you do concerning chess is good work. So immerse yourself in that world. Have fun doing it. Growth comes at the point of resistance. If you're having a hard time in tournaments, good. If you find tournaments too easy, good. Play up. Give yourself a challenge. Play the hardest possible section you can. Get destroyed by higher level players. Learn from those losses. Get back stronger. Play the best competition possible at all times. Do not play chess for money. I know so many people who play chess for money. It's not the way. To stay consistent, I recommend playing 1 tournament per month if you can. If you can't, because there's less tournaments in your vicinity or the tournaments are too far, try to play 1 tournament every 2 months. It's very important that you play consistently so that the practical things you learn over the board, that isn't theory, that isn't gotten over practice here at the chessboard at home, stays in your mind fresh so that when you play your next tournament, you're ready to face someone over the board and your time management is good. Good time management comes with playing many tournaments. And finally, one of my greatest pieces of advice that helped me tremendously over the last 8 months is having a chess friend who's as dedicated as you, as ambitious as you, has the same goals as you. I have a very special friend in my life who's from Indonesia, and we talk about chess all the time. We go on weekly, if not daily calls in the past few weeks on chess, talking about openings, talking about top level games, analyzing top level games, analyzing each other's games, giving our points of view on various openings, on practicality over the board. It changes your life. You need to do your absolute best to find a dedicated chess friend. It's transformational. It's way, way better than a coach, because you're both helping each other at the same time and you guys both value each other's times equally. You're not always asking for advice from a higher entity. It's an equal pathway. That's all I have for you today. I have plenty of more videos that I can make about this for you. If you like this video, please like the video and comment down below what you want me to talk about more. If you have a specific topic that you want me to address, please do.